In today's podcast, we're going to talk about the subject of anti-aging. I'm getting a lot of questions from salons, from clinics, and a lot of people, even consumers, have a standard query, and that is still the confusion around Botox. So if you're planning to get Botox done, if you're thinking that Botox is the only solution, then this discussion for you can be a fruitful one. Welcome back to Decode.beauty. My name is Mohit Narang, and this podcast is sponsored by Dash Skin Clinic. I would explain it in a different way. It's a bacteria, it's paralyzing your face. But just imagine, have you ever made a AI picture of yourself? Now, the difference between a real photograph and an AI image is that you look flawless. You look beautiful, you have lovely eyebrows, lovely lashes, you have six-pack abs. Do you think it's a perfect picture? I really don't think so. It is the imperfection that brings beauty to your face. Now, at the same time, I'm not setting a narrative that you should have an imperfect face. Taking care of your skin, taking care of the texture of your skin, having a healthy skin is very important. And the discussion around anti-aging has always been a part of our training programs, my learning sequence, and of course, for generations to come, we will still be decoding the subject of anti-aging. Now, when we want to look young, there are various ways. I wouldn't say it's an ailment, it's a process. But when you have some kind of ailment, let's say, do you opt for surgery at first? Do you opt for steroids? Or do you opt for more alternative, healthier ways to first treat your body? So what we've seen now, the new narrative between the younger generation, the millennials and the generations beyond, they're too scared of any kind of imperfection on the face, who are in their late 20s, early 30s, calling me up and asking about Botox. Collagen's gone down, skin elasticity has gone down, there is a lot of roughness and dryness that is setting in. So when you can see fine lines, you can see premature aging, that is the time when we think about an anti-aging treatment. But in today's modern narrative, after the Instagram stories, I remember, went viral, initially when Instagram came in, everybody, and especially those features of those filters coming in, everybody wants to look perfect. Now, most of our even business apps, even Zoom, I see there are filters where you can improve your background, your foreground, you can improve your skin texture, you can slim down your face while being on a live video. Now, how realistic is this image? Because you are not going to confine yourself to a room. You're definitely a social being. You are going to be out and you're going to be interacting with a lot of your friends. Now, the Instagram stories and the filters versus the reality that you are facing in a party makes you so conscious and overly conscious. And I call it not OCD but obsessive behavior in beauty, where even one small spot or one fine line has started bothering you so much. I think firstly you tune your mind to understanding that we have to age gracefully. That is one part of it. Secondly, when we talk about the texture of the skin, we need to take care of our skin. That goes without saying. Using a daily regime with a good moisturizing based product line according to your skin tone, texture, problems in the skin, and so on, and working on the repair mechanism of your skin type. All of this compounds to a good home care routine, which is a very important. So I call it like cleaning your car from the surface. But now when we talk about servicing the engine, it cannot be done at home. So that is the time when you start looking for a good aesthetic clinic or a doctor or a cosmetologist who can actually help you take care of these kind of problems. Now, when we talk about choosing a doctor, it will also choose the kind of line that he feels or she feels is the easiest way to deliver results. Now, I'm not talking anything against the doctors or the procedure that Botox is not a great procedure. However, we are free to Google the goods and the bads of all the kind of procedures. My main purpose to establish here is one, Botox is not for somebody who is as young as early 30s. Secondly, not everybody should think that Botox is the only solution to look nice and good. Thirdly, you may completely opt out of Botox and try alternative medical spa treatments that could actually give you beneficial results. Now, when I talk about all of this as a subject, not that I'm going to leave you clueless. I'm going to talk about certain treatments which have similar results or good quality results. But let's understand the process of Botox. So basically, your facial muscles are moving. You've got suppressed muscles and you've got activated muscles. Now, the activated muscles, when you're smiling, you get a crow feet. When you're angry, you get a frown on the forehead. Now, these activated muscles need to be relaxed. Now, first understand that all of this activation is like going to the gym. Now, the more you do the bench press, the better is your chest. The more you do bicep, the better is your bicep curl. Similarly, the more you smile, you get a nasolabial, you get a crow's feet, and the more you get angry, you get the frontalis activated. That means your frown lines are very strong. Now, there will be a time after many years of expression that you will come to a point where without creating an expression, you can see these fine lines and creases. This is exactly like the garments that you wear and you crush them once and then without ironing, you can't uncrush them. Now, when you see that and you run to get a Botox counseling done, do you realize that we are also aiming at the same time to paralyze those muscles? That means that people are going to now look very differently at you. By looking differently at you, I mean you cannot smile the way you used to smile. And smile says it all. So people who've grown up with you, people who you coexist with, your society, your social connection, these people know your smile. And you know, when there is a time when you see them and they say, you're looking stressed, there is something definitely wrong with you. Now, without even talking to them, they come to know that you are stressed. That is because they read your expression. And imagine all of a sudden you get a Botox treatment done and these people have stopped seeing your expression. They feel that you're either depressed or you're not happy in life or you're lost or you're just too plastic like the modern dolls are. Now, don't take my remark as offensive, but we've seen that a lot of young girls today started to look quite similar in a way because the raised cheekbones, the filler in your lips, the made up eyebrows and the Botox and the lashes and the extension, everything summed up together started looking like clones. So you need to break that monotony, number one, because when you see in a nightclub or in a party or in a social gathering, similar dressing and similar kind of facial expressions, you feel weird, and in fact, men often, I would say, not talk it in front of their girlfriends or spouses or wives, but they normally talk to each other that, bro, what's going on? Because everybody is running to get Botox and fillers done. Now, in that race also, men are also getting motivated to get these things done. Now, let's take it to a step. When you are in the late 20s, just calm yourself, go to the gym, relax your mind. When you're in the early 30s, meditate, yoga, and seeing a good spiritual guru, a life coach that can bring relaxation to mind is still a very good key to all the stress. And when you are in the late 40s, now towards 30s, late 30s and early 40s, you've gone through a lot of stress already, and you've done a lot of meditation and yoga and stuff, but that constant frown line remains. Now we got to do something about it. I'm not saying that we are not going to address this problem. What's the point being a cosmetologist if I can't really address what's a substitute for Botox? But at the same time, what I'm trying to say here is that we should first try our hands on general treatments, and they are also very potent. So one of my very trusted treatment is the fractional radiofrequency treatment, where we heat the skin. The skin is like plastic. So the moment you give a shock of heat wave, the skin will shrink like plastic. So you can see a lot of tightening and lifting during a fractional radiofrequency process. The other part is doing monopolar and bipolar radiofrequency in similar sessions, where you can break down the fat and also remodel the fat and bring the face to or the expression to a more even finish. Then there are different formats of ultrasound that really work very well. One of the new cases that I've seen with high frequency focused ultrasound, which is becoming very popular as HIFU, high intensity focused ultrasound, there has to be a very good expert to do that for you. Please don't get it done from a beauty parlor, because the facial anatomy is a very important thing. Imagine you got the wrong shot at the wrong facial nerve, you'll get into a facial paralysis. So what happens is that a lot of people have got access to these equipments without great knowledge, and that can be dangerous. Imagine if doctors can go wrong while injecting Botox, and you can see facial paralysis or droopy eyelid for months together. It is very easy for an aesthetic center to create a mistake like that. Everybody's skin is different, everybody's demand is different, everybody's need and expectations are different. So a great skin will definitely start with the appointment and not with looking at the price of the package. So get yourself a great appointment with a good cosmetologist or a dermatologist. Here I would like to highlight that you are far away from surgical methods for the moment. There will be a time in your 80s or late 70s when you will see that skin has really sagged because the fat and the fillers have gone so low that your skin has left quite loose. That time you need to cut the excess of the skin and reattach to the neck. That under the knife treatment, again very surprisingly, lot of people in their younger age are getting motivated to do. Now, a perfect body and a perfect skin and a flawless smooth appearance is something that we all look at and we are all aiming to achieve. But at the same time, having a OCD for beauty is not the right approach. So be sensible. I've seen large numbers of bad Botox cases, droopy eyelids, expressionless, you can't smile enough, you can't get angry enough, you don't get your frowns back. But a lot of people would say, why do you need them? But basically, you cannot be expressionless. I think only a dead body is expressionless. So when you're alive and when you're talking and when you're smiling, expression is everything. Now, I think that a lot of people have started looking at Bollywood at large as role models. And please understand that there is a lot of makeup, color correction, filtration process before you see them on the screen. So the screen beauty is definitely a very different skin. It is, I would say, it is not true that these famous Hollywood and Bollywood celebrities, do you think they never get acne? Or do you think that they're always on treatments? It is not like that. There are so many times that I've handled a lot of celebrities myself. There are a lot of times that these people also get regular skin problems like pigmentation, and in fact I would say celebrities get more problems because of their constant makeups. They are under the makeup most of the time. So even on their outings, even when they're not shooting, you know, it is so difficult for a celebrity to maintain their skin because they cannot be seen without a makeup sometimes. Now, keeping that at the back of the mind, please understand that there is a requirement for healthy skin, and also at the same time we need to understand that there is a major requirement and a major connection of the heart, mind, soul and the expression that we create on the face. Botox is going to slowly and gradually flatten your expression out so much that you're going to look lifeless, and that is not a great proposition when you ask a honest esthetician. I can safely say that it is not a great idea. So for my family, I would rather tell them the last resort to get into Botox, because I feel having an expression is a very important thing in life. Now, Botox also works like, let me quote another example to you. You start to having a drink, okay, alcohol, and you start having one drink every day. After a couple of days, that drink will stop giving you any reaction because the body will again produce immunity against that 60 ml of alcohol that you've been consuming. Now you need 2 drinks. After some time, you need 3 drinks and 4 drinks, and that is how you increase the capacity that you need more toxin in your body to give you that high. Similarly, when we talk about Botox, the first few dosages of Botox can actually show you results because you are new to the toxin, and it will show you great results. And then for the next 90 days or so, your muscle will not come back alive and you think that the wrinkle is gone. But basically what is happening is that the expression has gone. So it is not the wrinkle that has faded away, it is the expression. Now, when you get deep lines, people also use fillers. Fillers is a different subject altogether. I'm going to touch fillers in the next video. I am getting a lot of questions on fillers as well, but I will touch that in the next video so that this video doesn't become too long. I'll stick to the Botox subject for the moment. And now every 90 days when you're visiting for a reapplication of Botox, you're getting a higher dosage because the old dosage wouldn't be so potent for your expression lines anymore. So what is happening is that slowly and gradually you're increasing your immunity against the Botox. You need more potency of Botox, more units of Botox to work in a potent manner. Let's put it like that. And slowly you will start to see other side effects. I would request each one of you to please Google the other side effects of Botox. There is short-term memory that is lost, there is expression that is lost, there is speech that will change. There are so many claims that you will see which will shock you as downsides of a wrong Botox treatment. Just go to Google and type Botox gone wrong and you will shock yourself. But it is normally the narrative of of a surgeon or a dermatologist that you need the right kind of doctor. I know that you need a right kind of doctor. We are trying to say, did you try to find another kind of treatment? Now, getting a radiofrequency treatment has shown great results. Getting a high intensity focused ultrasound has shown great results. There is also great results from facial exercise or facial gyms like electromagnetic pulsation that can actually contract and release your muscle 10,000 times in one session. That can show you a stronger muscular structure on the face so that your skin sits on top of a very tight face. That is another way of giving a facial lift. Then there are also other things which are attached with anti-aging process. You see pigments. Now Botox has nothing to do with color lightening. You see skin texture going down. You still have to come for a facial. You see acne coming up. Botox cannot do anything about it. You need to come for an acne treatment. So over the years, we've seen that a lot of people have come with problems that I have already Botox in my face, but now I can see more fat on my face. Now, Botox is not going to, it's your lifestyle. Now, the more you eat, the more fat accumulation comes. So you need another treatment. You need a high power ultrasound to cut down that fat, a monopolar radiofrequency, and then a bipolar to lift it up. So there are times when you see open pores, and in those formats you need fractional radiofrequency. There is time when you want to develop a denser skin. Okay, some people over the age, the skin will become very, very thin. Now in these kind of situations, Botox is not potent. You need something which can increase the density, increase the collagen levels in the skin. Now we also see gummies, berries. Okay, I have very remiss understanding on how exactly people are happy on that. I would not really like to comment on the internal medication because I'm not an internal medication doctor. So I'm not going to talk about the kind of supplements that you are consuming and how they are reacting on your body. But at the same time, there are techniques like microneedling, mesotherapy, derma pen, and so many other facial treatments. We also have booster technology. There is something called Mjecta, which we do. So lot of other things that can boost and thicken your skin. So there are a lot of other booster technologies that can actually activate repair mechanism. So creating a superficial damage on the face also can result in increased levels of collagen. Creating a superficial damage with microneedling can also help you grow the fibroblast activity faster. Doing a lot of photofacials can show you minimized pores a lot. So guys, I would rather suggest all of you guys to do your research before you get into the cycle of thinking that Botox is the only great treatment or this era's treatment. It is not true. There are multiple treatments that can benefit you, that can keep you away from the aging process, and you need to create your own holistic approach in alternative medicine. So basically, a great skincare is a mix of good physics, chemistry, and biology. You understand your skin, you understand the needs, you see where the problem is coming from. So at the Dash Skin Clinic, we first put you under a dermascope. We show you what the problem is, and then we create a line of treatment where we talk about what are the good foods that you can consume, what are the things that you should avoid, what are the environmental damages that you can avoid, and then bringing you to a line of treatment that will work best for you without involving Botox and fillers. And if you are excited to seek an appointment with me, then I'm leaving my WhatsApp number under this video. Please feel free to text me and seek an appointment at the Dash Skin Clinic on Wednesdays and Saturdays at the 65th Avenue Mall in Gurugram.